Welcome to another Messenger Minute. Today we're going to be exploring a little deeper into HTML code by adding in a little bit of CSS code to make it look good, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is open up the page that I worked on last time in Notepad. And you can see that I've added a couple of things. I added a title and a little bit of content. So let's see what this looks like. So I'm going to save it. I'm going to open it in my browser, reload, and you can see that my title is there, my awesome page. My content is there, but it's not styled in any way. It just appears in a line. It's actually ignored any sort of returns, anything like that. It's just displaying it as a list. So what I need to do is I need to get into here and add a little bit of tag that will change the appearance of that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to designate this as my header of my page. I do that with an HTML h1 tag. So I need to have an opening and a closing tag. And that's going to designate to my browser that this is actually a header on the top of my page. Now the other part, the content, I'm going to designate as a paragraph. So again, we need an opening and a closing tag. Now right away you're going to see these changes when I reload the page. Now you can see that this has become a heading and this has become body or content. But it hasn't really affected its appearance very much. So in order to do that, we're going to bring in some CSS code. And CSS code can actually be stuck inside of an opening HTML code. So we find our header right here, the h1 tag. We're actually going to add something inside of this opening tag. It has to be the opening tag and not the closing tag. So I'm just going to make a space in here, and I'm going to type in the word style. Style equals, and this indicates that I'm going to be using some CSS code. Now we need to enclose the code inside of quotation marks. So style equals, and then whatever code goes inside of these quotation marks. Now CSS code looks like this: variable, value. So it designates what is this and what's the value of it. So let's start it with a simple one. Color, and then colon to designate that that is our variable. Our value is going to be red. Okay, so let's save this and see what happens. Okay, you can see that I've added my first little bit of style here. The text has become red. So that is inside of my tag, style equals, in quotation marks, my variable, colon, value. Now we can add any number of these in a row as long as we separate them by a semicolon. So let's try another one. Text, align, and you'll see that these variables never have a space in them. Colon, center. Save that, and there it goes. Move to the center. Let's continue with another. A semicolon, separate them, and this time we will use font family, good old impact. And I'm going to go ahead and add another one, which is font size. And I'll make that huge at 400% of its normal size. Oh, haha, a typo. You can see that any typo in here is going to kill my code. So let's save that and run it again, and there's my awesome page title. So you can see that what we have affected is color red, text align center, font family impact, and font size 400%. So by using this style tag, we can begin to really decorate and affect the appearance of our page. This has been another Messenger Minute.